Which UFC fighter could I beat in a fight? There are some stipulations. Shara Magomedov, who is blind in both eyes. I feel like even if Shara couldn't see out of either eye, I feel like he just wings helicopter shots and just catches you with something. So Shara Magomedov, blind in both eyes, is still dangerous. I mean, he can smell you and he can hear you. So like, as long as he can hear you and know where you're at, I feel like he can at least try something, because he's not afraid of your defense. Not mine, anyway. Yeah, I think I take 3 steps forward. He hears my foot step on the canvas, and it's high kick central. So Shara Magomedov, blind in both eyes, not gonna happen. Tom Aspinall, but he's missing his hands and feet. Damn, if he's missing his hands and feet, he's I mean, he's not walking. I'm guessing it means that he's missing his hands and feet, and he doesn't have prosthetic limbs. And if that's the case, he's not standing up. He's gonna have to fight you on his knees with stubby, well, I don't know, those stubby arms could be rock solid for real. Is he missing his hands and feet from birth, or is he missing his hands and feet because you just cut them off? Because that's definitely relevant. I'm gonna say this guy means that he was born without it's Tom Aspinall, but he was born without hands and feet. And if that's the case, he's on his knees, which he'd probably still be up to my chest at least, and he might be able to reach the chin even on his knees. I'm thinking a couple things. I'm thinking his nubs are going to be rocks. They're going to be like cement blocks. They're going to be really hard because it's just going to be straight bone. You wouldn't even be able to put UFC gloves on him. If he has to wear UFC gloves, that's a significant disadvantage, because that, I mean, imagine how first of all, how funny that would look. But I'm going to say he does, because of his physical affliction, I don't think that he's wearing UFC gloves. If that's the case, he's going to have straight up solidified, calloused up skin growing on top of one bone. What does the arm bone look like? Can I get a skeleton? It's a really good decision to get zooted before I saw this question. What was I gonna do? Oh, human skeleton. Oh yeah, dude. Look at that. Look at that bone. It's like 2 bones into one, but yeah, that if Tom Aspinall, if Tom's got rock solid bone at the end of his hands, and he doesn't have feet, and he's got to be on his knees, I feel like I could definitely kick him in the face a few times. But it's Tom Aspinall's chin. I'll break my toes. I think that just being able to strike the chest area, Tom would be able to TKO me to the body. So definitely not missing hands and feet, Tom Aspinall. Even without his hands and feet, he's still gonna outweigh me by goddamn near 100 pounds. Third is Alex Pereira, but he has to pull guard at the start of each round and cannot stand up. Dude, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to kick his legs like forever. I'll break my shit, and if I try to enter that guard, he's gonna murder me. So even Alex Pereira is gonna murder me. So that's a no-go. The first 3 are absolute no-goes, but I still have faith. Derek Lewis, but he has to fight you after immediately running a marathon. I don't think that would matter, because, I mean, no matter what, if a Derek Lewis is standing in front of me, I'm not going to pursue him with any level of confidence. So it's not like I'm going to go in there and put the pressure on him immediately and test his already cardio. I'm going to sit there and try to punch him at a distance because he's going to be slow, and then within 3 minutes he's going to get enough cardio back to knock me the out. So Derek Lewis is a no-go. Israel Adesanya, but he must be touching the fence at all times. I get it. So like when he's on the fence, he either has to put his back foot on the fence and keep it there, or I'm assuming that he would just slide across the fence with his hand, keep his hand in contact, and he would kick me in the it doesn't matter if he had to touch the fence, he would just kick me in the face regardless. I'm 0 for 5. Islam Makhachev, but you fight him 2v1 with Dylan Dennis. Dude, Dylan Dennis isn't going to save my ass. The out of here. 0-6. Bilal Muhammad, but must win by knockout. That's 0-7. Arman Sarukian, but has to carry Nina Marie on his back, and if he drops her, he automatically loses. Who is Nina Marie? Oh, that's goofy ass Nina drama. Okay. He's got to carry those giant titties on his back, dude. She's not just gonna be put haphazardly on his back. I mean, I'm assuming she's gonna get the body lock. So it'll be a solid, I'll assume for the sake of argument that it's a solid attachment between him and Nina Drama. At that point, all it is, I mean, what does that bitch weigh? Like 95 pounds? Yeah, it's not gonna be a huge inconvenience for Arman Tsarukyan. And if he takes me down, he's gonna have Nina Drama on top of him, and that extra weight doesn't mean shit to him, but that's gonna be a huge disadvantage for me. So I mean, why did I even look at this thing? I couldn't beat any of these guys with any sort of disadvantage. Paddy the Baddy, but he's given no time to get in shape. Absolutely not. I gotta pick one of these. I have to, if I'm doing this, I gotta pretend that you can't get out of this without at least having to do one. There's no way I'm doing blind Shara, that it's out. Tom Aspinall, if I gotta do one of these, Tom Aspinall is looking pretty juicy. Alex Perez out, that's a certain defeat. Derek Lewis is, I mean, it might be the best opportunity. No, because then I have to knock him out. Like, it doesn't, like, okay, so all of his cardio is gone. He ran a marathon. I still have to knock that monstrosity out. I guess maybe I'll just try to hit him to the body a bunch of times, but I feel like if he just touches me, cardio or no cardio, I feel like if he pops me with a 10% jab, it's lights out. Israel Adesanya, 0% chance. Maybe it's looking like Tom Aspinall. But maybe if I could just, like, if I could send Dylan Dennis in first, but I feel like Islam would just knock him out really quickly and then knock me out really quickly, and then it wouldn't even last 30 seconds. Bilal Muhammad, that one's just stupid because, I mean, obviously he's going to knock any normal person out. Paddy the Baddy, given no time to get in shape, doesn't matter. It's just going to give him more weight. He's got all the skills. It doesn't matter if he's fat. Yeah, I'm going to have to go. Nina Drama, that's just going to end up being a disadvantage when he's on top. So I have to go with, I got to go with amputee Tom Aspinall. Like, I can't, the Derek Lewis thing, because the Derek Lewis thing, how tall is he? It really depends on how tall he is. He's 6'3", 265 pounds. There's no way. There's just no way. Tom, the only reason I would have a chance against footless, handless Tom Aspinall is because the fact that he would have to be on his knees would give me a chance to kick him in the face. And he would be at chest level, so I could so it wouldn't be as intimidating as towering Derek Lewis to try to hit him in the face. And I would just keep my distance because my legs are longer than his theoretical nub arms. Yeah, I mean, I would just peck him at a distance. I would probably, I mean, okay, I would probably kick him in the body once or twice. But then again, why would I kick him in the body? Because he can't. There's no shell that he can make. So I would have to go straight for the head. I wouldn't want to throw like a regular head kick. And it would have to be a straight up Anderson Silva style, because even with Tom Aspinall's nubs, his forearms are massive. I would probably break my shins on him if I tried to like throw a conventional head kick. It would have to be an Anderson Silva style, right up the middle, and pray to God. That's, at the end of the day, I can't think of anyone else I could even come close to competing with, and I would still probably lose to Tom stupid paraplegic Aspinall. That's not even the right word. Like, if okay, let's say I throw a kick and then he gets a hold of me and like he could with his professional athlete goddamn tendon strength. Like, if he gets, okay, so what theoretical grappling could you do without your hands and feet? He could push off of one of his foot nubs. He could have his knees, he could be on his knees, and then right when I go in to try to do something, he could blast off with his nubs, because you can't walk without feet, but you can like blast forward. If he misses, he's just gonna fall to the ground like a slug. But if he doesn't, he could theoretically get his hands around me, get the double leg. You don't need hands necessarily to lock those goddamn. He could lock his forearms around my legs and hit a double leg, is what I'm saying. And if he hits a double leg, if he just, oh my God, literally 10 seconds, if he gets on top of me, it's over. He's still probably, what is he coming in, what did he come in last time? It was like 250 something? 251, yeah. Okay, so 251 with his hands and feet. How much does a hand weigh? Oh, what? The average hand weighs less than a pound? Okay, well, for Tom Aspinall, we'll say 2 pounds. So that's 4 pounds from the hands. How much is a foot's got to weigh a lot more than a hand. Wow. Oh yeah, heavier. Okay, so all right, so we'll multiply it by 2. So we'll say 4 pounds per foot. That's still not nearly as much as I thought a foot would weigh. Jesus God. Okay, so 8 pounds plus 4 is 12 pounds. Dude, he would be coming in at 139, or sorry, 239 with hands and feet amputated. He comes in at 239. If he gets his arms around me and he gets on top of me for a split second, I'm absolutely cooked. I will be running around the octagon from this walking nightmare. It's literally a scene from a horror movie. Tom Aspinall chasing you down the octagon, crawling at you like The Grudge, but it's Tom Aspinall and me with my unconditioned shins and knuckles. Like I'm supposed to get out of there alive. I would be hard pressed to think he'd have a mark on his face at the end of that fight. But at the same time, if you're looking at all of these options, unless you really want to take the risk against blind Shara or you want to trust Dylan Dennis, it's like, I mean, you got to go with Tom Aspinall. It's either Tom Aspinall or Derek Lewis at the end of the day. Because if you just nut it up and went at Derek Lewis with the confidence of somebody who comes at Derek Lewis, you might be able to overwhelm him before he regains cardio. I don't even know if it's possible after a marathon for him running a marathon. I don't even know if it would be possible. You might be fighting a dead guy. But my assumption is that if I can't knock him out in 2 minutes, he's going to regain enough stamina to throw 1 or 2 punches until he regains it back. But those 1 or 2 punches, that's all he needs. And they're actual punches with his hands and fists. And he's got feet to walk around with. It's like even after a marathon, you can't be risking an able-bodied Derek Lewis. I'll take handicap Aspinall. That's my poison.